What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Somewhere Between with Heather Harris. Where we are all somewhere between psychotic and iconic, I want it and I got it, and crashing out and locking in. Okay, so wherever you are, we are here to talk it out, to get it out, so we can walk it out and keep it going, so that we can achieve our dreams and our goals and do all the things that God has called us to do. So let's get into this episode. Okay, big period. Thank you for clicking on whatever you clicked on to get here. Okay, I love you down. Whether you are watching on YouTube, hey, or listening to whatever platform I upload this podcast on, because child, we are doing the things and we are now a podcast. So I hope you guys enjoyed the first episode, or episode 1.2, you know, getting back into the swing of things. And yeah, for real. And let's get into this episode because friend, my birthday tomorrow. Okay, it's on May 2nd. I really don't know when I actually officially upload this, but we'll figure it out when it happens, you know. I wanted to do obviously like kind of like a birthday episode type deal. Never done that. And like I said, my birthday tomorrow, because I'm literally baffled that like I'm almost 30. Like, when did that happen? What is going on? What's really going on? What's really tea? Okay. I'm still trying to figure out where the time went, because like in my head, like I'm still 17. You know what I'm saying? I'm still 17, but I'm actually not 17. And it was actually like a full 10 years ago that I was 17, and now I'm finna be 18. Like, what's going on? Okay. I'm about to be 28. Yeah. That's a whole thing. And I'm literally somewhere between, like, I'm too old to not have it all figured out, and like too young to like have it all. But like, you got to be one or the other. You know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to be one or the other, like, what are you doing? Type deal. Also, again, shout out to my board of directors. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my board of directors and my daddy for this mug. I love her so much. She's so cute. She's so nice. And big purr. Our first piece of merch. Who knows if we'll have more? Maybe when we have event or something. Okay, let's do it. Let's get into it. Today, I am somewhere between being too old to not have my stuff together and too young to like expect everything to have fallen into place. Like, I was talking to my best friend, Renee. I'm gonna say her name a lot. So at that point, just know. But I was telling her, I was just like, I just refuse to believe that like everything is gonna fall into place when I'm 30. Like, why can't it happen now? You know, like it needs to happen like today. You know. And she was just like, actually, for us to like probably will. And I'm like, you know, like I don't mind that. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, it's fine. You know, because I feel like I am happy that and I feel like I said in the last episode, like, I'm happy that all the things that I thought that I was going to have by this age, I do not have, because the life that I've built, the life that I'm continuing to build, the career that I'm continuing to like build right now, like, and the things that I'm processing, like my nervous system, like, child, what? I can't imagine having a little child trying to talk to me about some fruit snacks and I'm having a panic attack in the back. Like, what? Go talk to your daddy, you know? But I'm actually grateful to God, because like I feel like for a minute I was very disappointed that my life hadn't panned out the way that I thought that it would. But then I'm like, man, it's turned out so much better than I ever could have imagined, which brings me to what I wanted to do for this episode for my birthday. Because as my birthday approaches, I always, you know, do some type of like fast or reflection to honor the year that I have completed and welcome the year that I am, you know, walking into. And with it being 28, like 8 is my favorite number. Like, it's literally my favorite number. And I'll tell you why. When I was younger, I would be like, I felt like, and this is actually really backwards, so mind your business, but I would be like, oh, well, like 8 doesn't have anybody, because 7 like really likes 6, and like 9 has 10, and like 8's by herself. And I feel like number 8. And I'm 8, and why does anybody love her? It was so traumatic and like based in like so many other things, child, that we'll get into later. But then it was like, it actually makes no sense, because 7 totally goes with 8, like duh. Anyway, But also then I learned that like 8 is a number of new beginnings. And so I do feel like this is a new beginning and a new awakening and like rebirth of my life, because as you know, as y'all know, like I've still been processing the passing of my grandfather, my papa, whom I love. And the last few months I felt like there was a part of me that died. And that is the best way that like I can say it. Like I felt like something died in me, and in whatever, death occurred, there has been this birth of something so powerful and beautiful and resilient that could not have come without me going through the fire. Like I remember in 2023, walking into 2023, God told me 2023 was going to be awesome. 2024 was going to be amazing. And 2025 was going to be glorious. And none of those things, none of those years panned out the way that I would have wanted it to. But they were still those things. Like what 2023 was like homecoming. Like I would actually have to remember all the things like happened, but so many amazing things happened for me. Oh, I crossed. Like what? I got to join like my sorority. Shout out to my Saras. Shout out to the beautiful, devastating ladies of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Okay. And I, homecoming got season 3, and then was that 2024 too? I don't even know. Like so many things happened. 2024 like was my first feature film, and I went to New York for the first time. Like I had a lot of firsts, but like it was so much in between that. And even this year, like all that work is like starting to like come, out and come together, and I'm getting to just like live this miraculous life. And so, but I did not know the sacrifices that were going to have to come before those things happen, or come with the glory of each of those years. And but I am grateful that God saw me through it, and that those things did not break me in the midst of it, because being on the other side of it, man, again, I keep referencing this photo that I have like on my wall, which shout out to our set designer, mwah. Okay. Because I am the softest and most ruthless I have ever been. I am the most softest and ruthless I have ever been, because at the same time that I'm showing myself grace for the things that I don't know and the things that I'm figuring out, and meeting, myself in this like new way, and stepping into my womanhood in a different way and stuff, like child, I'm also like, I'm a dog. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a beast. Like I've become a beast, and there's absolutely nothing that I cannot do. And if you tell me I can't do it, I'm gonna figure out a way to do it just to prove you wrong type. Like I have a vengeance. I'm very clear in a way that I've never been before, and I'm gonna figure it out. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no other option. And so anyway, as I thought about this birthday episode, so often when people like reflect for their birthdays, they're like, oh, well, I would tell my younger self this and da da da. And I was like, well, what would my younger self tell me? What would little Heather tell me? What would, 7-year-old, 8-year-old Heather tell, 27 about to be 28 Heather, or 17 going into 18, like what would they tell me? And I got so emotional thinking about it, because I was like, I know for a fact that they would be in awe. They would be like, girl, you did what? Girl, we're living where? We get to do what? Like, you really did everything that we said we wanted to do, and now you're saying that there's more, that we can do more than that? Oh my God. Like, and look at you, girl. You're hot. You sexy. Okay. You're really that girl. Like, you're really that girl. We're really that girl. And I think they would be so proud of me. They would be surprised about certain things that have changed, certain people that aren't in our lives, certain people that we've lost. But also, I think they would be even more in awe, because they would be like, and even through all of that, you still like are doing what? Because when I sit in me right now, I'm like, oh, I haven't done this and I haven't done that. And sure, yeah, I've done that. But like, what about this? And like, I don't have the man. blah 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 blah, you know, like all the things marriage wise did not happen like I thought that they would, and I don't have all of it together, you know, I still need help in these areas of my life. And they'd be like, so what? Like, girl, you're living in LA. Look at our home. Look at what we do. Look at our friend. Like, look at what we do. Look at you. Look at that waist. Look at that. Okay. Look at that. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it would just be a healing moment for me, to shift my perspective, to have like childlike awe again about where I am. And then after they got done, I would share with them what I would tell them. And as I thought about what I would say to them, as I thought about the story that I would tell, without obviously giving too much away, or I would say, obviously, like I said before, it has not been what we thought, but it's better than we could have ever imagined. And that hope has been our greatest friend. And oh, the places you are gonna go, girl. And so as I thought about that, I looked around my apartment, because like everything that's in my apartment is like intentional. It's me. It's rooted in me. It says something about who I am. Even like this Nipsey Hussle like photo back here, Selena. You know, I got a whole wall of things up here, you know, that just speak to me. And I forgot that I have this book, Oh, the Places You'll Go, which was read to us for our graduation, when we graduated high school in 2015. And so I was like, I would read this to my 7-year-old, 8-year-old self. And I was like, why don't we just read it? Why don't we read it? Because it's my podcast and I'll do what I want to do. I'll do what I want to do. Okay. So let's read it together. And I sobbed when I read this again, because oh my God, it's like, if you do not have this book, I don't care how old you are, you can be 60, I don't care how old you are, get this book, read it to yourself, and just like, oh my God, it just healed my whole little spirit the day that I read it. But I then had a core memory, because my dad, when he would read us books to sleep as children, he would always be like, ding, turn the page. And so I'm gonna do that like once today, not gonna do the whole thing, because we ain't got time for that. But Oh, the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. Ding, turn the page. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. And you are the guy who'll decide where to go. Ding, turn the page. Okay, last time. You'll look up and down streets, look 'em over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. Because you could do that. Okay? Because who's gonna pop you? It's opener there in the wide open air. Out there, things can happen, and frequently do, to people as brainy and footsie as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along. You'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You won't lag behind because you'll have the speed. You'll pass the whole gang and you'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Okay? Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say so, but sadly it's true that bangups and hangups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on. You'll be left in a lurch. You'll come down from the lurch with an unpleasant bump, and the chances are then that you'll be in a slump. And when you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun. Unslumping yourself is not easily done. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked. Some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare to stay out? Do you dare to go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right? Or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite? Or go around back and sneak in from behind? Simple it's not. I'm afraid you will find. For a mind maker upper to make up his mind. You can get so confused that you'll start in to race down long wiggled roads at a breaknecking pace and grind on for miles across weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, toward a most useless place. The waiting place. For people just waiting for a train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or mail to come, or rain to go, or the phone to ring, or the snow to snow, or waiting around for a yes or a no, or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone's just waiting. Waiting for the fish to bite, or waiting for wind to fly a kite, or waiting around for Friday night, or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake, or a pot to boil, or a better break, or a string of pearls, or a pair of pants, or a wig with curls, or another chance. Everyone's just waiting. But no, that's not for you. Somehow you'll escape all that waiting and staying. You'll find the bright places where boom bands are playing. With banner flip-flapping, once more you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky. Ready because you're just that kind of guy or girl. Oh, the places you'll go. There's fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. And the magical things you can do with that ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame! You'll be famous as famous can be, with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too. Games you can't win because you're playing against you. All alone, whether you like it or not. Alone will be something you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet things that scare you right out of your pants. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. But on you will go, though the weather be foul. On you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go through the hacking crackling. Child, I can't say that. On you will go through the hacking cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. On and on you will hike, and I know you'll hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are. You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You'll get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. And will you succeed? Yeah, you will indeed. 98.34% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. So, be your name Buxom or Bixie or Bray or Mordecai, Ali, Van, Allen, O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So get on your way. Isn't it just great? I feel like she would like sob, and maybe I would be sobbing, and she'd be like, why are you crying? And then to my 18-year-old self, I would read this poem that was gifted to me for this project this performance that I did when I was in college. It's actually a spoken word, and it's called How to Fly by Amina Brown. It reads, we learn to spread wings. We engulf thin air into weak lungs. We learn to fly, even if we must fly alone. We leave comfort zones because they tame us, change us, make us accept the unacceptable, because it's understandable to want to stay with flocks, with birds of feather. We rather walk and crawl together than soar alone. But a time comes in every beating heart's life where you must leave home, where you must forsake father and mother and comfortable nest and tree and grand expectation, where you must forsake what the world thought you should be, where you must leave the beaten path and cleave to these forks in the road, these roads less traveled. And there are many flights not taken, wings weighed down with excess baggage, and life is a trip which you can only carry so much baggage. Anything that exceeds the weight and height, you either leave it behind or you prepare to pay the price. Because when you're pursuing dreams, you need to keep your carry-ons lean. You never leave dreams unattended. You never carry dreams given to you by someone else. You figure out which things you got to check and protect and which dreams you hold close to you. You let go of everything that was sold to you as true. Too much hurt affects your wingspan. Change is the game plan. See, flying ain't about proving to someone who is struggling to be somebody that you're going to be somebody too. Flying is about taking what you got, being who you are, and doing what you do. And oh yes, it gets lonely. And your arms are going to get tired. And your soul is going to get weary. But it's flying that helps you see beyond the 2 feet in front of you. Because when you've seen clouds and rain and beaten sun and piercing blue, you know there's more than waking up and drudging through the day just to get home and sleep to do it again the next day. You know there's more to you than this, and you can't make up for the life you've missed. You can't let regret and hard knocks age you and jade you until you no longer believe in making believe. See, making believe is mixing faith and trust with a few unanswered questions and waiting prayers. It means going on even when you can't see what's going on. It's taking tough and difficult and pushing up with so many sets and reps until they make you strong. It's not for punks, not for cowards, not for innocent bystanders. It is for the weak, the hopeful, the discounted, for the few who can't quiet the dreams beating in their chests, for the brave who harness fear like sails hold wind. Let it propel you into things to come. This may just be your time to fly. Do not miss your flight. But yeah, I'm actually so happy that I didn't sob, because when I read it, y'all, I literally just sobbed my eyes out because, keep living. Like my daddy say, that's why I got it tatted. There's so much that I would just tell them and just tell my younger self, but I don't want to tell them. I wouldn't want to tell them too much that would make them change anything that has happened, because although there are things that I would have loved to do different, it's brought me to where I am today and made me who I am, and it's gotten me here, and I'm proud of that, and I'm proud of them. All the dumb decisions, all the bumps and hiccups that have happened have made me who I am, and I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me. I'm not perfect, but I'm not supposed to be. I was never supposed to be, never designed to be perfect. And I'm just grateful that I get to sit here, that I am sitting here, and that I'm the woman that I am today, and that I'm becoming this woman that has always lived on the inside of me, but I never let her out. My therapist asked me during our therapy session, she was like, what's the truth about you that no one knows? And I tried to play girl, I don't know. I actually really don't know. And then I was like, no, I know. And I told her, I said, the truth is that I am exactly who I say that I am. I'm really that girl. And I can really do anything I put my mind to. And I'm really a beast. My dad used to make me and my brother recite the Aquila and the Bee, Our Deepest Fear poem. Did we all live the same life? Because I'm sure someone else had to too. And the thing in that poem that sticks out to me the most is your shrinking back does not serve the world. And the older that I've gotten, I've realized that I realized how small I was playing, how much I would shrink back in relationships and friendships in certain settings because I wanted to be accepted, because I wanted to be liked, because I didn't want anyone to think that I took myself too seriously or that I was too full of myself. Because how contradicting is the world where they'll have you they'll be like, oh, but love yourself a lot, but not too much to where it comes off as cocky or arrogant or da da da, and it's just so which one is it? And I feel like our definition of humble is so screwed because we think that humbled is being no, or trying to again make people think that you don't take yourself too seriously, or make people think that for me, I'll make people laugh so that they don't, take me serious. But then I hate that I'm not being taken seriously because actually I'm very brilliant. I'm a genius and I have a lot to say and a lot to offer. But especially now being an actress in certain spaces, or having been able to accomplish the few things that I've done, I'm just no, I'm just like you. But the gag is I'm not. And you not like me, I'm not like you not like me, and what God's called me to do is big, and it's gonna be great, and and I'm going to accomplish everything God has called me to do, and I am set apart, and I am chosen. And a lot of people, may not feel that way about themselves, but I have a knowing about me that I have not walked in the way that I'm walking in it now, and yeah, I'm so excited and I'm expectant because I'm stronger than ever. I'm wiser than I've been before. Not that I know everything, but I have a determination, a dedication, okay? Dedication to figure it out and to keep going. I don't care how long it takes. Whatever it is, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to do it boldly. So if it makes you feel uncomfortable, I'm sorry. And I feel like we confuse intimidation with inspiration. Rather than trying to shrink back so that people are intimidated by me or don't think this, that, or the third of me, it's just no, let that inspire you, because a lot of things we feel like that, when we feel like that about other people or other women that we meet or other men, if you're a man that you meet, is just because that there's the same thing inside of you and they're walking in it and you're too afraid to. So do it. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm excited and proud of myself, and I'm expectant for what 28 is gonna bring, child, and all the new beginnings that are happening. I'm so excited that I've gotten to start this journey and figuring all the things out and not being afraid, because I'm not afraid as much as the enemy tries to make me think that I am. So for now, that's where I'm at, and that's what I got, and I'll let you know how it goes or whatever. But for now, we here and this is what we doing, and I'm excited. I'm expectant. I'm expectant, man, because this awakening that's happened, that's changing me. What's she say in the song? Something has changed within me. Something is not the same, because it's not, and it shouldn't have to be. And I encourage that in all of you and all of us to step into that when you feel that, because you're supposed to, just like when you're in being a butterfly in the cocoon, when the caterpillar goes into the cocoon, it doesn't come out as a freaking caterpillar again. That would be stupid. No, it comes out like a butterfly, and it has to take that time to do all of that, to make sure that their wings can support them flying where they need to go. And they're going to look different than they looked before. They about to be crawling on the ground. They about to be soaring in the sky. And you can't expect me to be a butterfly and be down low on the ground, because that's not what's happening. That's not what God's called me to do. And that's not the season that I'm in. And why would I go through all this transition and all of this change in this somewhere between to just come out and be a butterfly that's acting like a caterpillar? That don't make no type of sense. And yet that's what we do. And I'm not doing that anymore. And let people receive it however they receive it. But I'm excited. So get into it. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I literally have to go. Wait, what did my thing say? A peaceful mind is a strong mind. That's what it say. Anyway. Now I'm spilling stuff. I really got to go. But as always, thank you for clicking on whatever you clicked on. And make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, not only to our Somewhere Between YouTube channel, but to Miss Heather Harris. Follow our Instagram page. Follow us on TikTok. Do the things. Follow us on all of the podcast platforms, because that's where we at and that's what we doing. And I love y'all for real. For real. You're doing great. And even if you feel like you're not, go to sleep, eat some, drink some water, wake up, try again. It's all gonna work out. And yeah, my birthday tomorrow. Period. Okay. Love y'all. Peace up. A-Town down. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.